we need to talk about this particular topic. But this thing, it have so many branches. But what we want to talk about actually is trigonometry ratio. Don't forget that this trigonometry ratio come with the aid of SOHCAHTOA. It means that this is sine, this is cos, and this is tan. So it means the first one is that sine equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Then cos equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Then tan equal to opposite over adjacent. On the same if we should take note, in this case, we have something like this. But this is application of what we know as Pythagoras theorem. And at the same time, we have what we know as special angles. That is what I want to explain initially. Special angles. Now, what are special angles? They are the angles of 60 and 30 degree. 30 degree, 60 degree, and 45 degree. That is what we know as special angles. And in this case, when we want to deal with the special angles of 30 degree and 60 degree, what are we going to do? Construct an equilateral triangle. This is an example of an equilateral triangle. That means they have equal length. When you construct an equilateral triangle, this line is 2 centimeters. This is 2 centimeters, and eventually this is 2 centimeters. Then, if you now take note, you will divide the right angle into 2. This one, this triangle, you divide into 2. So it means these 2 here will be 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. Now, in this case, we have 30 in this place and we have 60 in this place, because acute angle is 60 degree. That's acute angle, which is this. And 60 plus 30 will give us 90, which is sum of angle in a triangle. And this place is also what? 30 degree. Then this place is 60 degree. And this place is also 90. In this kind of something, we are going to produce this. And take note that if we are solving this kind of question, what we need was that we should prove. Now, before we prove, we find what is here. This line. And according to what Pythagoras theorem said, is that hypotenuse squared equal to opposite squared plus adjacent squared. And if we talk about this, we are going to see that in this case, the hypotenuse, the longest line is 2 centimeters. Initially, you have already seen 2. It is 2. So this is 2 squared. The opposite is almost to the square of other 2 sides. You can take this one to be opposite. You can take this one to be opposite. It's just that one will be will not have value. Okay, let's see. This place is opposite. Okay. 1 squared. Okay. That opposite squared. Let's say opposite squared plus adjacent is 1. That is 1. Then this is 4. And this is opposite squared. Plus 1 squared is 1. Then eventually opposite squared will be equal to 1 minus, that means this place, this 4 will come to this place. That will be 4 minus 1. So opposite squared equal to 3. Then we have something like this. Opposite equal to root 3. That is why most of the time root 3 is located in this particular place as our partnership. Then if we now check it, okay, let's put sign this place first. Now the sign, we are discussing about 30 and 60. Okay, sine 30 degree. Now this is 30 and sine is, remember, opposite over hypotenuse. So what is facing 30 is 1. What is the hypotenuse? That's 2. So sine 30 will be 1 over 2, which is 0.5. So it means that in this case, in this type of case, we have something like this. Then the next one will be sine 60 degree. That will give us this 60 here. This is opposite. That's root 3. Root 3 will face 60. So root 3 is facing. Now, in this case, we have something like this. Then let's move to tan. Target. Let's move to tan. Now, in this case, we said tan is opposite over adjacent. Now, tan 30. What is the opposite here? 1. What is the adjacent here? Root 3. Then tan 60 is going to be, what is going to be here? This place, this 60. Then what is the opposite? Opposite is root 3 and adjacent is 1. Because it's opposite and what? Adjacent. That will be root 3 over 1. Now, in short form, if we should say 1, this is a calculator. So I used to confirm 1 divided by the square root of 3. So it means 0.5774. 0.5774. And this one is going to give us root 3. Going to give us a 1.7321. Then in this case, we have what we know as cosine, which is cos. Okay. Now, cos 30 is going to give us this 30 here. And cos, what is cos? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So cos does not have this one. Opposite is not in cos. So adjacent. What is the adjacent here? Root 3. Root 3 is the adjacent because and the hypotenuse is 2. Then cos 60. This is 60. And he said adjacent over hypotenuse. So 60. Adjacent of 60 is 1. The hypotenuse is 2. That is 1 over 2. So this one is 0.8660 and this one is 0.5. Now, these are the examples of the 60 and 30 value of the trigonometry. But you are going to see that there are some similarities in this place. This one, similarities is there. There's some similarity between sine and cosine. What related them? Now, let me discuss before we finish this class. So, what is their... Now, you are going to see that we derive the experiment or we derive the theory that tan theta equal to sine theta over cos theta. Whether you take it or leave it, how is it possible? Let's check. Tan 30 must give us sin 30 over cos 30. Now, eventually, what is sin 30? 1 over 2. Sin 30 equal to 1 over 2 divided by, then cos 30 is root 3 over 2. Now, let's check. We are going to see that tan 30 is going to give us 1 over 2 times 2 over root 3. This one will be cancelled.